Oh no. Where did you go? Oh no. Wait. Wait, talk, Holly? Oh, there you are. You're here, I think.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Did it pop in? Are you there? I don't know what just happened. It was working this whole time.
Oh my gosh. I see it on the thing now. Okay, cool.
Wait, are you like moving on the thing? Because on my screen you're frozen.
Yeah, frozen on the thing. Oh wait, no, now I'm like freezing every now and again.
Oh, I have to keep it open apparently. Okay, so I've got to have you... I'm going to see 2 of you. Perfect. I mean, it wouldn't be me if it wasn't... It wasn't an issue. What was that? Okay, well, welcome to episode 2 of Live Breaking Bells. I'm so excited to have Holly Crossing back on my channel. Technical issues are part of the allure, Todd says. So, yes. She is quiet. Okay, hang on. Well, I think she might freeze for a second, so make sure you make a pretty face here while I turn you up. I will turn it up.
Secretly far away.
Her audio needs a boost. I'm trying. Wait, what? Okay, wait, talk now.
Hello.
Is that better, everybody?
Yeah.
Is that better? I think it was probably that I hadn't unmuted you from last time, and they were hearing you through my microphone. So hopefully it's working now.
Perfect.
I mean...
I'm actually like next to Kato right now. Like...
Yes, exactly, Tisbeen. That is exactly what was happening because I am a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing, okay?
It's true.
It's not better? Wait, what?
Oh no! Let me see. Maybe it's my mic being funny? Oh, I think you're picking up from your mic, not from the computer. Oh.
I turned it up high. Little bit better, but not much. Well, if that doesn't fix it, I don't know what to do.
I'll just have to like do sign language.
Right, perfect.
I can do the alphabet.
I mean, it's showing that you're talking.
Yeah.
And...
I'm just seeing if... Oh, it's getting better. I'll like just make sure I talk a little bit more into the mic. Da 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 da. Oh, it's getting better. Hey! What
Are
have
we
you just
sure?
done? Hey, friends.
I wonder if the delay is a lot.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I don't know why people were saying it wasn't better, and I hadn't even started to fix it. We're good. Okay, Todd says we're good.
Okay.
All right. So,
Cool.
Episode 2, Live Breaking Bells. First of all, if you are new and you don't know what Breaking Bells is, it is a podcast-style show that Holly used to do with Bobby, the Nintendo guru, and since his passing, we have decided to change the form a little bit and do it live once a month.
Yeah.
Just chatting about all things Animal Crossing, what's relevant at the time, and just remembering Bobby through Breaking Bells. That's kind of our goal here.
For sure.
And if you don't know Holly is amazing.
Stop it.
Multi-faceted Twitch streamer now.
Oh.
Variety streamer, right?
I'm a
Doing
variety
all the
streamer,
games. All the games over on Twitch. Mods, I do have an ! Holly command, so people can go follow Holly on Twitch. She's amazing. You definitely want to go do that if you're not already. So yeah, that is that. How are you doing today, Holly?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it's nice to, we were saying this like before, but it's nice to do this like once a month or not like constantly, just because there's I mean, the game's been out over a year now, and obviously I feel like the first year was really hectic with Animal Crossing, but now it's like slowed down a little bit, so it's nice to do it like once or twice a month, like, you know, who knows what the future holds. Right. But yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic about...
I'm excited and scared, like equal amounts.
Right.
Equal amounts.
Right.
Really, really.
Right. So just a heads up, if you're in the chat, we can see what you're saying. I won't necessarily be addressing everything, but at the end, we will be taking your questions. So stick around if you have any questions for us. We're going to do that. Wait, what? Oh, I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. I don't know. Well, so first things first, E3 is coming.
Yeah.
E3 is coming Tuesday, what is that, the 15th? So we got 10 days until E3. And I haven't talked to you at all about what you think is happening in regards to
saving it.
Animal Crossing and E3. Do you think it's happening? Do you think we're getting any news about Animal Crossing at E3?
Okay, so I have this thought in my head, and anyone that watched the Nintendo Direct that was a little while ago, right? And there was a point in it where one of the creators of Breath of the Wild was like, we know you're really excited about Breath of the Wild 2, but I don't have any updates for you. I just feel like we're gonna... I'm just... okay, that's half of it, is I'm like... I don't know. It's really... I honestly don't know. But I'm just really scared they're gonna be like, we know you want a big update, but we don't have it for you right now. And like, that's what's gonna bother me. But then I have the other side that's really excited, that I'm just like, we've been asking for so many things for so long, and the update where we got all those extra like custom design slots and everything, that to me was like a sign that they are listening. But I just, they kind of like half listen, you know. Sorry, it's Iggy's in the background, my boyfriend's in the background making a load of noise.
I was gonna say, is he like playing music on the pots and pans back there? Like, what's he doing?
He's got like a wooden spoon, and every now and again he just smacks them.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm kind of like, I'm really on the fence. Like, I'm excited, but I'm also sort of prepared to be let down a little bit, I guess, which I hate.
Yeah.
But
so what you were saying about we have something but we're not ready to show you yet, if they did that, honestly, I wouldn't be thrilled. But I would be more happy with that than what I think is actually going to happen.
Oh no, what do you think?
Because at least then, so like Breath of the Wild 2, for example, I'm so excited about Breath of the Wild 2.
Same.
And I know that it's coming at some point. So I can just like relax mentally about it. Yeah. Whereas if we didn't know anything about Breath of the Wild 2, it's like I would assume it's coming, but I don't know anything. So I'm left in the dark about it.
Yeah.
And so if they said that, I would be like, okay, well, at least I know they still care. They're still listening. Yeah. They still want to update the game. And that's where I feel like the disconnect is right now. Like, honestly, if they don't intend to, I wish they would just come out and say it. Like, hey, we are done updating this. That way we can all just be like, okay. And and there can be no more update 2.0 videos, no more speculation, because they're just like, it's done. We're done updating it, because that is what's exhausting. I think what's going to happen, and I talked about this. So last night I recorded the Nintendo Drive kind of podcast. Me and Sean Capri and Justin Masson from Nintendo Dads, we recorded our E3 predictions for Nintendo, and one of mine is, spoiler, because that's not coming out till tomorrow, but one of mine is, I think that the AC news is going to be the Zelda collab.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like they did with Mario. in the last direct. I think it's going to be a 30-second Zelda collab. Here you go. You know, be happy with what we're giving you. But this isn't really what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe people would be excited if they actually brought in the the Zelda villagers. I don't know if they'll do that.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
I would like it, but it's just not what I want.
It's not enough, though. It's not enough to just be like,
it's not what I want, right?
Have Wolf Link, like, woohoo, go wild. Like, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love Zelda and I love that whole franchise, if all they say is, "Hey, here's the Zelda collab," I'd be like, you're crazy. Like, you're actually crazy at this point. If you can't see, like, I love Animal Crossing. I love New Horizons, but it's been over a year now, and I just need them to do something big. And it's like not just like 1 point something, it's 2.0.
Right.
It's like a big milestone update. It has to be. Like, you wouldn't do 2.1 or 2.2 as a big milestone. You would do it 2 or 3 or... And I just worry sometimes when they drip feed things instead of just saying, right, we just need to shove all of this in. Like, I just want a big overhaul, you know?
Right.
Or a roadmap. A roadmap would be great for a game like Animal Crossing where they just tell us, like, okay, in the next 3 months, in July, this is going to happen. In August, this is going to happen. In September, this is going to happen. Like, and it doesn't have to be specific, but it could just be like new NPC, new villagers, new this, integration, da-da-da. That would be good.
Right. So I agree. And here's my thing. I feel like they are losing out on what could potentially be a game that lasts years and years and years. And I keep meaning to go through and see if I can find like old videos about New Leaf. Updates and stuff like that, because I know we've chatted about this before where New Leaf had some big updates and pretty late in the game.
The Welcome Amiibo update was like wasn't that like 2016 or something?
Right.
Or 2017? It might not have been that late, but it was years after New Leaf even came out. Like, when you wouldn't really maybe expect a big update, but then like Welcome Amiibo was so good for New Leaf. It was so good.
Trong said, imagine if the Zelda items brought a game changer item like the Mario pipes. I would love that, but it's still
like
not
enough.
enough.
That like follows you around and tries to kill you.
It's still just not enough. But so the fact that they did that for New Leaf, I've seen a lot of people saying 2.0 is not coming. There's not a chance. Why? I don't know why people feel that way, because based on New Leaf, we got a huge update so late in the game, like an absolute game changer update.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to think that some kind of big update is coming. I don't know if it's coming at E3, but I do think it might be coming. And here's my thing though. I think if they did it, it would have to be paid DLC.
Yeah.
It's not going to be free. They're not going to give it to us for free. If it's a total game changer update, there might be aspects of it that are free, but the whole thing is not going to be free. And I just wonder, how upset do you think people are going to be about that?
I honestly don't. Do you know what? That's really tough. I really don't. I really don't know. I'm at a point where, like, every single time there's, like, something on the horizon, like, no pun intended, but whenever there's something on the horizon, I, like, in the back of my head, I know that I'm not going to get what I want. Like, I said this on the last, like, Nintendo Direct, but I was like, Nintendo love giving us nothing. Like, they love just giving us, like, empty stuff. Like, that's how I feel.
Right.
But this is, like, from my perspective, there's a lot of new people to the Animal Crossing franchise, so I feel like I will always compare it to New Leaf. I'll always compare it to Wild World and Let's Go to the City or City Folk, wherever you live. So it's kind of like I never know what they're gonna do, what they're gonna play, what cards they have, but I just don't know. I have no idea.
I know. Yeah,
Stressful.
I feel like none of us know, and like I was saying, that is what's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Being kept in the dark about it is just exhausting. Like, if there is nothing Animal Crossing at E3, I will riot. No, I don't know what I'll do, but I will be very, I don't know.
I'll just be like, you just missed out. Like, you missed out so much, because that's what people want. Like, people, like, I know that the Mario stuff was really fun, and I really like the Mario items, but like in that direct where they kind of showed off the items a bit more, I was like, and then what?
Right.
Like, is there anything else? Like, I don't know. But then again, it's like, it's okay to be content with something but still want more, and I think there's a lot of like, we should be happy because, you know, they're updating the game and we've done this and we've done that, but like, I think like veterans of the Animal Crossing franchise have like a different take on it completely, because we know what the game could be, but they're just not making it that, which is really frustrating, because you almost want to like sit down with them and be like, you need to do this, 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 and this. That's what people want, you know? The other thing though is that if there's nothing, I mean, I'm already scared for the Twitter onslaught. Like, whenever there's any kind of update that comes out, Twitter is just, it is a minefield.
It
like,
is, yes.
It's crazy. You've got people saying, oh, don't complain, and then you've got people being like, oh my gosh, they didn't give us anything, and it's like an emotional mess.
Yeah.
And that
really
scares
is.
me as well.
It
Like,
really
you
is.
see people like fighting and stupid stuff, and you know.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm gonna hide that day. That day I'm gonna hide.
See, I'm not going to be hiding. I'm going to be here live with Sean Capri, because I'm pretty sure he just wants to be live with me so that he can see me react to
Tuesday,
when it
isn't it?
doesn't happen. It's on a Tuesday,
Yeah, because I think I'll be able to stream. I need to figure out like my schedule and everything, but I think I'll be able to stream the reaction to it, and I'm just like, that's a lot to capture live, you know, like intense excitement or intense disappointment or just meh. Like, either way.
There has to be something to be excited about, even if it's not Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
There's going to be something to be excited about. They can't have nothing. It's 40 minutes. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, E3 is the conference where they talk about what's coming.
Yeah. All the
for
big guns
the next,
in the gaming world.
You know, year, pretty much. And it's going to be 40 minutes of announcements. And they're having the Treehouse Live after, which is where they play the games. And so that makes me think that they're not going to... It's not like they're going to do like a 10-minute feature during the 40-minute presentation, because they've got Treehouse to do that. Yeah. So,
I just don't know if I'm prepared for them to do nothing. Like, or like close to nothing, you know, if they just add in something small, or like, I know that some people really like stuff like this, but with one of the recent updates, honestly, I forget which one, but like, no one asked for a cheese wheel. Like, we're crazy over here. We have an event where we roll cheese wheels down a hill. Like, no one's asking for that. So why would we want? Who asked for that? Like,
no one.
And it's like, if it's stuff like that just feels very insignificant, it's just gonna be like, I don't know, Nintendo, please.
I am very nervous.
Yeah, I am as well. I almost can't take the anticipation.
Yeah, for a little bit, like when I was recording last night, I was like, okay, we only have a few days, thinking that it was like this Tuesday. And I knew in my head it wasn't, but thinking about like it's a whole another week away. Like 10 days away. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's just...
I'm almost better off not thinking about it and just dealing with it on the day instead of, you know.
So, complete side note.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to Animal Crossing here in a second. But I want to know your opinion on, is the Switch Pro coming? And if it is it before E3, after E3? When are they announcing it? Because if you guys aren't aware, there were rumors all last week that we were getting the Switch Pro. And it was imminent. People were saying it is coming, and it is coming like now. Like this week, like today or tomorrow, like it's coming. So people were streaming, people were waiting, people were just like scrolling through Twitter. Nintendo is trolling hardcore on their Twitter, tweeting all this random stuff about games we don't care about. And everyone's just waiting for the Switch Pro to be announced. And let me just say, when I was talking to Sean about this, I was like, look, I know everyone thinks that it's coming before E3, but why?
Why would it come before?
Why?
That there's like no, like, with, I think it will be, okay, so 40 minutes is a long time for them to talk about things that are like insignificant and small. I just think, I don't know. The thing is that in my head, if I was to look at it from like a logical point of view,
which isn't always the best with Nintendo.
Which isn't always the best with them, especially, is that I'm thinking the Switch Pro is announced, and then in the treehouse they demonstrate the games or updates things for games or DLC or whatever on the Switch Pro. But I just think, like, it. I don't know. I just think there's so much speculation, and it makes sense for them to announce it at E3. Like, I think that's fair enough. But the thing is like, at the same time, I don't feel ready for a Switch Pro. Like, I think the Switch is still a great console.
See, I think so. They made it very, I don't want to say they made it clear, but they made sure to specify on their announcement for E3, they specifically stated software. They're going to be talking about software. Yeah, which makes me think it's not coming at E3. But I don't think it's coming before E3 after.
I don't think it'll be before.
Either, I mean.
I don't think it'll be before. What they'll probably do, because this is what they always do. They always do stuff in time for Christmas. So they'll like announce it. They'll like kind of drip feed some information, and then they'll, you know, it'll be released in like November time, just in time for Christmas and just after like Black Friday and all that kind of stuff. So that, you know, just, I mean, that wouldn't go on sale anyway, but they never do.
Right.
Like Switches and stuff. But I just, if like what I'm seeing in the chat is that it seems like it's just going to be like software only, but then I'm like, but what? Unless they're going to do like an overhaul of like the UI and everything, I don't really. But like I said, I still think the Switch is a really lovely console. Like, when I look at it, I don't think, oh, it's a bit outdated. It's like 1080p,
right?
You know, most, like, I know it's just meant to be like a more powerful Switch, I guess. But at the same time, I'm like, but why? But it doesn't need to be. Like, the Switch isn't like 4K, and most people wouldn't be able to play stuff in 4K anyway. So,
right.
Like, realistically, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I'm ready for all or nothing.
Yeah. So, yeah, Brian, that is exactly what I think as well. I think the Switch Pro will come in March with Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay.
I mean, they had such an amazing release the first time. Why not just repeat it?
Yeah.
Why not just do the exact same thing you did?
Yeah.
Although my hesitancy with that is, you would have to assume, and I think a lot of current Switch users will upgrade to the Switch Pro. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But bundling it with something like Breath of the Wild 2, a sequel, it might be a little risky.
Maybe, yeah.
Instead of Breath of the Wild, which you didn't necessarily, and you don't probably necessarily have to play Breath of the Wild to play Breath of the Wild 2, but I think it would
what
be...
they did with the Wii U. They did like a Wii U version of like Breath of the Wild and then like a Switch version. It might be something like that. I just don't know. I just think for me personally, I love like the Switch. I find like I get the want for a Switch Pro, and I would buy one, so I feel like I'm contradicting myself.
I know. You don't even have to tell me anything about it. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. Like whatever happens, everyone, I'm gonna buy it. If it's rubbish, I'm gonna buy it. Yeah. Like I bought the Wii U and that was very controversial to begin with. Like no one really liked it at all. But I just don't know. Like if they said it's gonna be released next year instead of like this year and rush it out, like I think I'd be more on board if it was, you know, in like the distant future or sort of distant future. But I know I can see as well in the chat, like I know, and myself included, a lot of people have issues with like Animal Crossing lag and like, but then were we meant to decorate our islands?
I know,
to the extent that we're decorating them, but then again, like the load times as well are quite long with each update, so I don't know.
Well, okay, talking about decorating our islands the way that we are. Yeah. I agree. I don't think we were intended to do what we're doing. However, obviously they gave us the tools to do that, but I don't think they anticipated the extent that we would take it. And
I think the pandemic, like completely, like what we probably would have achieved in 3 years, everyone's achieved in 1 year or less.
Right.
Like, and that's the thing. And I think maybe if the world situation wasn't what it was when it was released, I don't think we would necessarily be having this conversation right now, because we would still be doing stuff on like do you know what I mean? We'd still be kind of doing the little things in game. Like I don't know.
Well, do you think they pay attention at all, first of all? And if they are, do you think they care? And do you think they would shift what they were planning? So here's my thing.
Yeah.
I've probably mentioned this before several times. And Brewster is not going to save this game.
No, it's not.
And I don't think it's necessarily dead or dying right now.
Yeah.
I do think if there's no new update, it will be very soon. Not necessarily for me, but for the casual player, I think they're going to be done playing.
Yeah.
Brewster is not what's going to save the game.
Brewster is, like, for me, when I think about... So here's the thing, like, as a person, I really... as a person, speaking to people, as a person that's always played Animal Crossing, and just in life in general, I really cling on to nostalgia. And the thing that I worry about is, like, what if we only want this pigeon because we want that feeling of nostalgia and that feeling of the older games? But like Brewster is kind of a, like, as much as I would like him, he is a little bit of a lost cause at this point, because there's been so many amazing, like, if they said you're going to get Brewster, you're going to get the island back, you know, like the Tortimer's Island, you're gonna get the mini games back, like all of that, like perfect. Do you know what, just inject the game with like New Leaf content, that would be great. But Brewster's just on his own isn't gonna do anything, like,
because it's such a, it relies so heavily on nostalgia.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
it doesn't, and I don't feel nostalgic about Brewster. I think it would be fun to have him. I would love to have a separate building. I know a lot of people don't. They want him in the museum. I would love to have another building. I feel like our islands are very bare, but I think the bigger update would be something like you can customize the look of your shops.
Oh,
you can customize your resident services. People care about decorating their islands. Yeah. And even if that wasn't what Nintendo intended for this game, why are they not looking at it and saying, okay, what do we need to do to do this, to update it? Because you look at a game like, and I hate to do it, I hate to bring it up. Look at a game like The Sims 4. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I do love The Sims.
The Sims 4, when was it released? It was released forever ago. I've had it on my laptop so long. I almost want to look it up.
2013?
It was 2014.
2014, there we go.
It was released in 2014.
Yeah.
And it's still relevant. And they're still releasing content for it. They just released content the other day for it.
Yeah.
I promise you, Animal Crossing could be that if they let it. But they're not going to, because I think they're so worried about the backlash from paid DLC, and I don't know why.
Just do it. Literally, give people the option as well. Give people the option to pay like $20 or whatever to have another island, or to have a separate island, or to have, like, you don't know unless you give the people like a taste of what it could be, because I'm sure there are many people here watching this that they would love another island, right? They would love to go to a tropical island and do fun things like what we had in New Leaf, but it's just like, I just think they're scared, and like, I know, and I feel like this sounds really like classist, and I don't want it to come across like that, but as someone that I'm happy to spend money on good stuff. I know not everyone's in that position. I totally get it. I've had many years of not being able to buy DLC and things, but like, as long as the price is right, as long as it's fair, and as long as there's a lot of content, it could literally change the whole experience of the game.
Totally.
Completely.
Totally.
Like, I would love.
I would love. Give me the DLC, but that's why. So
give me paid DLC. Give it to me.
If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you may not have seen, but I tweeted yesterday that I wanted to get into Sims 4 because it's just nice to see a game that is still supporting its content. Yeah. And still updating and doing all of that. I would love to. I want to try it. I have the base game.
Oh, do it. The only thing I will say, and Tiz just put this in the chat.
Sims 4 is a cash cow.
It is a cash cow, and like I have.
Give me the cash cow.
Like, give it to me. But like, so I have almost every single expansion apart from the Star Wars one, because it's not really my thing. Like, it's Sims. Like, it's not really my thing. So, and some packs, do you know what? Some packs, they're not any good. Some of them, they're kind of lacking. But I tell you what they do really well is they listen and they update. They add quality of life things. And it's like, okay, it might be a cash cow and in total cost hundreds of dollars to get the full experience. But at least they do it right, you know?
But it's been 7 years.
It's a money pit. Yeah, and
it's been 7 years. You have to take that into account.
And they're still releasing big expansions as well. Like, it's not just like tiny little, you know, bits and bobs every now and again. It's like big expansions, like new worlds, new furniture, new cultures they're integrating.
That's how they keep it relevant. They can't just... It's almost like... I understand, too, what you were saying about not everyone has the money to do it. And totally, I get it.
100%.
But the way to keep it relevant, you have to pay the people who are creating the content. Yeah. So you can't expect... Obviously, Animal Crossing sold however millions of copies it sold.
A couple of mils.
But they had to pay everyone who created it. They have to make a profit. So in order to continue paying people to develop for it, I cannot expect people to do that for free. That's just not how it works.
Yeah.
So give me one
Yeah.
$20 expansion pack. Give me one.
Yeah.
I'll take
definitely.
one at this point.
Yeah, and like Sims is a really good example of like a game that like almost is too much to get everything, but like literally just come out with antics like $30 to get pocket camp items, Brewster.
Oh my gosh, give me the
Captain.
pocket camp items.
Oh my gosh,
would faint.
Whenever I see anything, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be that person that says, but what about New Horizons? Because it's a microtransactional based game, I guess, which is the difference. But like, give us that in New Horizons. Come on, I'm ready. My wallet is here.
I will attach my Apple Pay to my,
please.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's just give me the I don't want to necessarily spoil what we talked about on our E3 predictions for Nintendo Drive, but Justin Masson was talking about he thinks they are going to do like a paid thing, and his point was that all of the updates so far have specified free.
Yeah. Yes.
So in order to specify free, that it almost like what's the word I'm looking for? Insinuates. It leads to thinking it will someday not be free. So enjoy your free stuff while we give it to you. My frustration with the free updates is I do not consider a holiday an update. They've done a few updates. Adding diving kind of was an update. But cool. But the updates so far, let me think back. Okay. Adding extra custom design slots was one of the biggest updates for me.
More of that energy. We want more of that.
We want more of that, yeah.
We want more of that.
Stuff like the Mario, whatever, fine, an update. But to me, limiting things in the game and then releasing them later is not an update. Taking out a holiday so we can't time travel to play it and then releasing it later, that's not an update. That's just you took away my content before I could, have it. And we knew it was coming. It's always been in previous Animal Crossing games. It's not like this was a surprise.
Yeah. And I just going back to what I said before as well, like, they gave us a cheese wheel and like no one asked for that. But like what I'm trying to say, and it links into what you're saying, is that like those, like I just think we should have cultural furniture and cultural items anyway without them being in an update. Like, sorry, but why does it take an update to give us things from other cultures, outfits from other cultures? Like, come on.
Right.
And I think Nintendo, I don't think they're very good at being, like, this is just my opinion, I don't think they're being very good at, like, including and being inclusive of all different cultures. Like, I don't think they are, because obviously if they were to like get you to pay for these like cultural items, then I'd be like, that's kind of like gross in my opinion, but they're not. But the thing is that we want an update, but I want these things anyway. Like, we should be celebrating other holidays for other cultures. It's so important, and it's just like, as well, it's educational, even if it's educational in the sense of like it's a fictional island, but I just don't think it should be. I just, something doesn't sit right with me, and I just think we should have the like furniture for Girls' Day, and we should have the Shamrock Shakes, and we should have that anyway, because we have so many people playing this game. I don't know, that's what I think.
Well, and they could make things so much more educational my mind is immediately going to the museum event, the stamp rally, and I don't remember where I talked about this. It was on a video or a previous stream maybe. I don't remember, but I remember someone commenting and they said, because I was talking about how I didn't like it. I didn't like the stamp rally.
I didn't either.
And their comment was something along the lines of, it is replicating an event or a stamp rally that happens in another culture.
Yeah.
And I totally get that. However,
yeah.
if I were to be at a museum, and I don't recall which culture it was where they do this, but if I were there experiencing that in real life, of course, that would be amazing. I'd be going around looking at all this stuff in the museum. It would be unreal. I would love that. They could have taken the idea behind it and transformed it for the game to make it something that you play in a game. Like, they could have still made it educational and included that event, that cultural event, but made it so, like, you're actually, like, searching for something or doing something.
Definitely.
Because, like, just walking around my museum that's been finished for however long is not exciting to me.
I just think I would be happy for them to do like a 180 and just change how they perceive their updates, and it would just be nice if, and I know it's not going to happen because I know it's not going to happen, but I would love for them to be like, going forwards, like say E3, they say like, going forwards, we're going to make these things in the game automatically, you know, like, instead of, and make it more of like an educational thing, like add some new NPCs in that maybe teach us about like the Festival of Light and like all kind of things like that. But I know they won't do that, but I would love for them to take like that stance on it, you know, because I don't want a cheese wheel if it doesn't give any kind of understanding.
It's just, here's some cheese for you.
Here's a block of cheese, like, okay. Like a shamrock shake. Like, why don't we open it up a bit more and the updates be like quality of life instead of making the game more inclusive? Like, it would just be so simple, I think, you know.
I agree, definitely.
Come on, Nintendo.
Just get, it's not that hard, just get on it. What are you guys doing?
Do it.
I don't know. I don't think it'll happen, but
best update was Sanrio, more design slots, new villages, furniture, and quality of life. See, we want more of that. That is exactly what we want more of, like more like clustered updates where it's like you get this, and this, you know. That would be great.
Well, and okay, so talking about updates, what would be your ideal update? And don't get too crazy with it.
I'm gonna do a so for anyone that like didn't really know Bobby, who I like did the show with previously before he passed away, he would always come out with these crazy, like, honestly, they were mad, and he would say, everyone, I know this is crazy, I don't care what you all say, it's like, it's crazy. He
wanted to add like a bear and
I want there to be a Minecraft expansion so the whole world looks like Minecraft, and I'd be like, dude, just play Minecraft, like, can you just do that instead?
Because he wanted there to be skins, like the whole world looks like Mario or Minecraft.
And I was like, but then it's not Animal Crossing, just go play Mario or Minecraft, or like, it doesn't need to be like that. Bless him. He honestly, I loved his like crazy ideas. And so for me personally, and this for me would be just so wonderful and would be a nod to nostalgia, to just fun things to do. But I really loved Let's Go to the City, or I think in the US it was called City Folk, or the other way round. But that game people didn't really like that much. I think it was one of the more unpopular ones, but it was basically a Wii game, and it was so cool. It came with a little Wii Speak, so you could talk to your friends through like a Wii microphone. But you could get on a bus and go to the city, and in the city you'd have someone selling balloons, you'd have an auction house, you'd have a theater, you'd have like Rossetti's like center, I'm pretty sure, and every time you'd go there'd be like different NPCs and different villagers and like all sorts. It was honestly spot on. I would love a city expansion. Like, I'm not talking like Sim City where you have to build up the city yourself, like in like blocks and tiles. I just mean it would be nice to have, or even in New Leaf there was like a main street where they had all the shops, and I've always loved that. But imagine if you just like, there's a bus stop that you can put anywhere on your island. You can choose what the bus stop looks like. Maybe it's like a custom design thing, and then like you get on this cute little bus, it takes you to the city, and maybe you can meet like villagers that your friends have there, and they could be like, hey, I'm Hazel from Kato's Island, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like that's so cute. Or just instead of, oh yeah, go buy a balloon in Nooks,
right,
why can't I go to a vendor that will give me a balloon? I'd love that. Like, yeah, or like Leela said, a flight back to the mainland, or just something that's, I don't know, I'd love that so much. It would honestly like relight my fire, honestly.
Well, because they could do so much with it too, right? Yeah. Because they could have so many shops there. They could have they could bring Reese and Cyrus back, and maybe you take certain furniture to them, and you have special custom furniture you can get from them, and you can only get it from them. Yeah. You could even bring back Shampoodle and have special hair stuff that you can do with
dip-dyed hair.
Right, dip-dyed hair. That would be amazing.
I feel like I'm on a roll right now. But then imagine, right? So the people that come to your plaza, so we've got like, I don't know, what, Label, Sable, Mabel, whoever it is, I can never remember. Label, Sable, Mabel, whoever it is, you know, cool, they set up their little store. But what if they were like, hey, but if you go to the bus stop, then you can actually come to my store. Or like Kix, he could be like, you can come to my store and get items that you wouldn't usually get on your island. Leaf could have a plant shop. Oh my gosh. Can we just? That's all I want.
Do you think they'll ever expand Nooks to have a second floor?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I feel they would have done it by now, maybe.
Right. Like, why does Leaf not have a second floor?
Yeah, sorry, like...
I'm so tired of the vendors in my services.
Leaf is the only one that I actually go and have a word with.
I think, so, okay, here would be a great update.
Yeah.
Holly, don't get too crazy with your ideas, and then I come up with this. What if, okay, but this could happen, or something along these lines. What if they did the update where they add all the different crops and everything?
Yeah.
And they give Leaf the second floor. And that's where you go to like buy your crops, buy your whatever you need to make your crops. You can buy more bushes, and like they update, you get more flowers. They add new flowers to the game. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
It's just stuff like that. And I just think, has anyone spoken to Nintendo to give them this feedback? Because if I was Nintendo, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like this is like, that's perfect. I feel like we need to sit in on some of their meetings, honestly, because I don't think they really say much to each other.
Right. Why would they give us pumpkins randomly, but no other crop?
Anything else? Like, where was all the spring crops? Like, forgive me, I really don't know what grows in the spring. I mean, I'm thinking of like
potatoes,
like cauliflowers, potatoes.
I would love potatoes.
Of course you would.
What about corn? Does that grow in this? Corn would be cute. Oh. And give us sunflowers already. Come on.
Come on. Just come on. Or even like as an item we can put down somewhere. Give us a damn sunflower.
Really? Gosh. And don't make it like tacky, like the Cosmo shower. Like, I have one on my island, so no hate on the Cosmo shower, but come on. Give us, like, cute stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I would love a cornfield. That would be so cute.
Give us herbs.
Okay, yeah. So lots of unrealistic expectations for updates, I feel like we have. So, okay, yeah. So, things that I think could happen and would really help is updating the way that we visit Mystery Islands, because Mystery Islands is another thing that I don't think Nintendo anticipated. And I think content creators kind of shifted how that all happens, and the whole villager hunting thing. I don't think they ever anticipated that is how it would go.
Yeah.
Update it. Yeah. Make the dodo dialogue short. Give me one menu that I can click, 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 click.
Yeah.
And then let me go from island to island and not like, do you want to go to another island or do you want to go back home? It looks like you have another ticket. Do you want to go visit another island?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
What, like yes, thank you so much. Perfect. Let's go.
Right.
It's just one of those things where, like, every single time, like, I always love discussions like this, because I find that it's like, it becomes like passionate, like, speaking, like, very quickly, because it's like, I love the game. I love, it's beautiful, it's polished, it's got a beautiful shine to it. Like, it's got that Nintendo polish that I love. And it's just like, this is what I want. Like, I want a city. I want more places we can visit. I want multiplayer to be different. I want them to do like a lobby multiplayer thing where like you and all your friends can put in the dodo code, and then there's like a cutscene of you all like getting in a plane and going together, and you all arrive at the same time. And because my understanding is right now it's not server based. I remember Bobby used to say that it's like it's not server based. So if they moved them,
it's the host.
Is it the host based? Yeah. But if they moved it to like server based, where it could be much more powerful. Imagine all your. Oh my gosh! I almost just got attacked. And that was Lilo. She's good. She's sleeping up there.
I thought it was a stuffed animal at first.
She is a bit of one, to be fair. But I just like the multiplayer needs to be better. Like, in all honesty, this is me being very, very, very honest. It does my head in going to people's islands.
I can't do it anymore.
It takes so long, and I just find that I'm constantly like pressing A, and I'm constantly like, it is just like, it's just a nightmare.
Well, I so really rarely want to have people over. Like, occasionally, well, a lot. Emily brings me stuff a lot, Emily or Leanna or whoever, and it's just like they come over, they drop it off, and then I kick them out. Because I'm just like, the whole process takes like 30 minutes to get over there.
Yeah.
And,
I remember
and it just cracks me up because Emily will just like sit down and wait for me to kick her out. And it makes me laugh every time. But the whole process, here's my thing about the multiplayer.
Yeah.
They waited too long. They waited too long. I don't think, I just like Brewster as much as I would love. Okay, so I loved the mini game stuff that we had in New Leaf. I think they waited too long, and even that would not be enough. I think it would bring people back in for a few weeks, maybe months, maybe 2 months. I don't think that is long lasting enough in terms of
for sure
fun and what it adds to the game. I just don't. And that could be just personal, like, that's not what I care about. So
that's
so
totally
other
fair
people
enough.
Probably have different viewpoints on that. Maybe they love playing with friends and doing that. And I do too. Like, how fun would it be to be streaming and be like, okay, I'm going to have 7 people from the chat. Let's come play some mini games. That would be so fun.
Like, how cute would that be? Like, especially from, like you said, like a content creator point of view. Like, I would just love... It would just be so nice, because here's the thing, right? I have this idea when I eventually get back to like actually finishing my islands and everything. I would absolutely love to be like, hey everyone, like I'll do like an open day and you can all just come over and have fun. But it's like the loading screens, the traveling screens, if it crashes,
if one
and
thing goes
get
wrong,
booted out. Yeah. Like it's such a nightmare. Like it just, I don't know, it just puts me off, I guess.
Well, that's what, like, I'll have some of my members come over just so they can add me, and we'll be able to like send stuff to each other.
Yeah.
And what I have to do is literally like turn it on and just leave my switch, and I'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go clean my house, or I'm gonna go take a shower. You guys just come over and then message me if something goes wrong, because I don't want to sit here while people are coming in and out, because it's so painfully long.
Yeah, and it's just like you have to like press A so many times, like even when you're leaving somewhere or going somewhere. There's been, there's probably loads of people that I've got like stories of me doing this, but I'll go and drop like a giveaway prize off or something that someone needs off, and I speak to the dodo, and is it Orville that's in the actual thing, or is it Will? But I never know which one it is, honestly.
I don't even know.
I don't know, but I speak to the dodo and I say, hey, I want to go home now, and then I forget to press A, and then I get a message 15 minutes later and someone's like, is everything okay? You're like stuck in the airport. Oh yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Sorry, I forgot. Which I know is really a me problem, but it's like if it was just more automated, I would be much happier.
Yes. I totally agree. So, one more topic I kind of want to talk about is, what have you haven't been playing that much, I know.
No.
Have you been decorating at all still? When you do play, are you still decorating? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm basically like, so I decorate a lot for like 2 days, and then I stop because I'm burnt out. And then I go back and I'm like, I don't actually like that area, so I just do it again.
Right.
But I'm basically just decorating. But I will say, on my tropical island, because I have 2 islands, on my tropical island, I do want to, actually, it might be better on my frog island, I actually don't know, but I do want to start like filling up the museum, and I do want to go back to that. But at the same time, that's why I'm enjoying New Leaf, because you don't have to do all that designing. You can literally just catch bugs and fish, and so I'm like, I might as well just play that. Right. You know.
Well, do you have any guesses or thoughts on, so obviously, as far as, I'm just curious, like, your thoughts on the trends of designing.
Okay.
I was talking about this a little bit yesterday on my stream, and so obviously spring core has been a big thing. Jungle core was a huge thing, and not to put core on the end of everything, but that's just like how we talk about it. That's just Animal Crossing World here.
Yeah,
we talk about cores a lot. Obviously, my last island, it started out as kind of spring core, and then it shifted to fairy, and I've kind of been doing this like not really caring about my theme thing, and just kind of doing whatever I want to do on it. So do you have any ideas? What do you think is the next thing coming? Do you have any? I can tell you mine. I can tell you what I think.
I think, do you know what? I actually don't know. So I definitely didn't start any kind of trend, but I was streaming it so much, and it just became this big thing that like, I'm the froggy queen, and I'm doing things with frogs and green and tropical jungle vibes, like, and that was back in December the 11th is when I first started branching out into that. And then I was like, I'm not saying I started it, but I know that it made I'm just saying I'm a trendsetter. It made a lot of people, it really made a lot of people like also want to have frogs. And also, like, even my mum has an island, and just whenever she gets a frog, she's like, oh yeah, great, I've got a frog, you know. And
well, everyone wanted me to find Lily the other day. That's who they voted on.
I love Lily's best.
She's so cute.
Lily's the best
really
girl.
Cute.
Yeah, but I honestly don't know. Oh, Photo Crazy said coastal. I would love. I don't know.
That would be pretty.
But imagine like a whole nautical themed island that's just really beachy and like there's like
But like
lighthouses
calming
everywhere.
vibes, like a little more calm than a tropical. Yeah.
And just sand everywhere and like, but not like tropical sand, but lots of like pastel blues and whites and.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Well, see you later. I'm gonna go
grab. He's gonna go grab it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
I don't know. What's yours?
So I was talking yesterday, and I was saying yesterday how a lot of the trends for islands are also dictated very heavily by the creators and artists who make the custom designs.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything is so dictated around that. And I started my no terraforming island yesterday, and I think people are going to skip over summer, and I think we're going straight into like autumn core. That's where I think it's going to go. I think so I was trying to explain my thoughts on this yesterday, and I don't know if it was coming across correctly. In my eyes, anyway. So what I'm going to go for on my autumn core island, which could completely... I change my mind every 5 seconds. So do not hold me to this on what it's going to be. But in my eyes, what autumn core would be like fall, but toned down to where it's almost like spring core.
Gotcha, like a mixture.
Almost like
hybrid.
spring core vibes as far as like the light colors and everything, but with fall colors, if that makes any sense. Like the light pastel oranges and the light yellows. Mm-hmm. But then you've got those fall colors to complement it. Not so dark.
Island. Sort of like my main color is like yellow, green and orange, and it's a really nice combination. I definitely think that could be the next thing. But also I think there's going to be a lot more people not terraforming, doing like anti-terraforming islands, having more natural islands. Like when my mum started playing Animal Crossing, which by the way she's loving. If anyone here, like maybe their mum likes to play games or any, like just trust they'll probably really enjoy it. I've never known my mum to enjoy something as much as Animal Crossing, but when I went to her island when it was very new, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I can breathe, you know. It was just so nice and chilled out, and it was just nice just having trees places and a clear ground. And I think that also might be horizon. Yeah, like running around on my current island, I'm just like, look at all this space, and I just get to like walk, and I'm not like, normally I'm like sardining my way through my island with like all my cliffs and stuff. And it's not like nice. A lot of people were saying yesterday when I was trying to put it all together, like, you know, it's okay if you terraform a little bit to like place a bridge here or do this, but I was like, I don't want to. If I don't have to, because I went through and I planned out all of my bridges, all of my inclines, where they were going to be, and I can make it work with what I have. So, land bridges though, that's terraforming. Yeah. Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I've got everything placed. I can make, since I know that ahead of time, I can make my paths go wherever they need to go. I can place my buildings wherever they need to be. So, I don't know. I think it'll be fun, and it's honestly like, it's kind of nice. It's just like, I don't have to worry about terraforming it all.
Yeah, you just put things wherever. You think,
it's gonna be a big flat.
Maybe I should have done that.
You can always start another island.
It is true. It is true. I don't know. That's such a good question though. Like, what is going to be the next trend? But like I feel like it could be anything,
Right.
you know.
I just think that people, as much as Brittany is scolding me in the chat for skipping summer, I just think it's gonna happen. I just think we've had enough
of like
spring
I get it.
and jungle and tropical and this and that and we've been doing it for so long. I just think everyone's gonna shift straight to fall.
Yeah.
And it's also for me personally. And by the way, I'm about to open it up to questions. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and start posting those in the chat so we can answer those. But for me personally, when I did my winter island, I was so stressed out because I waited until it was like actually winter. Oh. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this done by Christmas. Because that it only makes sense if I get it done by Christmas. And so I put all this pressure on myself to get it done. And I was like, never again, I'm not doing that. So that's why, like, for a fall, like starting in June for a fall island makes sense to me.
Kind of like how with like shops and stores and stuff, like they start preparing for Christmas in like August. Like we should kind of operate the same thing.
Yeah, I'm basically like where, I don't know, where do you go? Like like the shops that have Christmas in July. That's me right now for my island. So
oh gosh.
She said I did not scold. I said I was sad. Well, summer it's just a lot. Oh is it possible for us to love Holly any more than we do? No. The answer is no to that.
I'll answer for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Trong. Yes, I meant to ask this. Not AC related, but thoughts on Palia. I am so excited about this game. I'm like, please, if I do not get the early access or whatever, I'm gonna be so upset.
I'm gonna cry. I'm actually gonna cry. Oh my gosh, that it looks so good. For anyone that's like, what is that? It's basically a new MMO. It's like Animal Crossing, Sims, Stardew,
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft
all mixed together.
Like one little one big package. And it's just got, and it's in like pre-alpha, and they're going to be doing early access soon and things. But it's already got this beautiful like polish on it, and the people that have made it are like Blizzard, Epic Games, like veterans, like ex-employees. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm a huge Blizzard fan, and they make their games look amazing. And if you go to Palia or Palia, whatever you want to call it, like if you search it on Google, you can currently sign up to get a chance to play the like pre-alpha when it comes out. I would definitely go and do it, because it's had a lot of attention. And from memory with games, they don't tend to, it's not like a free-for-all, like especially when it's very early stages, it tends to be like a select bunch of people.
Right.
It looks super good.
People are asking it's only PC, right?
I think it's only PC, yeah.
MMOs don't lend well to any other console.
They don't. Yeah, no, it's very much like a PC.
So if you don't know, an MMO just stands for Mass Multiplayer Online. And so what's so exciting about that is that there will be servers to withstand a lot of people playing together. So imagine like all of us playing together and like building our area or whatever it is. Together. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it.
Yes.
Because I just like imagine being able to like build an area with your community.
Oh
like,
my
that
gosh.
That just sounds unreal.
Dream.
So
it's the dream.
Yes, Trong, thank you for bringing that up, because I did mean to bring that up today, and it sounds so good.
And the team is like really, really nice as well. I joined the Discord like very, very, very early on the other day when they had just set up their Twitter, because I just saw it on my Twitter feed, and one of the first channels they added was like a pets channel, and like for me, that like the fact that was a priority was like that's high up in my books. That's one of the first things you do. I have a pets channel. Pretty good.
Oh my gosh! I wonder if you can have multiple worlds, or how it's gonna work. Like,
maybe I know there's gonna be, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like factions. I think I saw them talking about it, like kind of like how in World of Warcraft you have like Horde and Alliance, and it's kind of like
you have to like choose your server or whatever.
Yeah, you can like choose what side you pledge your allegiance to. Like I think they're gonna have something not exactly the same and restrictive, but something similar where you're either like this or this. It's going to be so good. I just hope, years ago, there was a new EverQuest game coming out, which was kind of similar, and it just never kind of materialized, but there was a lot of hype over that. So I hope it doesn't turn into a failed project. Yeah. But I just think they've been like so strategic with like announcing this, because people are falling off Animal Crossing, and now they're like, oh my gosh.
Right. Oh my gosh, it sounds so
I can't wait. I want to play now.
Let's see, do I have any other questions? What are your other favorite Animal Crossing type games? And thank you, Mark, for becoming a member. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. And thank you, Trong, for the super chats. We appreciate that. I just want terraforming in that game. Yes. Okay, other Animal Crossing style games. So here's my thing. I don't play a lot of other Animal Crossing style games because Animal Crossing does it so well. You're right.
Yeah.
I play like Halo or something like totally different. So Animal Crossing just does it so well. It has everything that I want, kind of. From that style of game, so I can't recommend it yet because I haven't played it. But like The Sims, I think would be a great one. I haven't played Cozy Grove. I've seen a lot of people playing Cozy Grove. I don't like this. I don't like the style. It's not like a bad style, but it's very like Don't Starve, and like I didn't like Don't Starve either. It's very like 2D, but with like a kind of depth aspect. That's not for me. It's a little bit like too I think if I wasn't playing Animal Crossing still, those games would appeal to me more. But because I am, I would just rather spend my time playing Animal Crossing.
I think Animal Crossing is really good because it has like so many elements to it. It's got like the cute style, the simulation part, the like collecting part of it, and it's quite hard for a game to tick all of those boxes. But like I would say, like for me, like I love Stardew Valley, and I will say right now, if you've played it before and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? It's not very intuitive at all. So you're better off kind of like looking at a video online just to be like some beginner tips, you know.
Right.
I know a lot of people try to play it and then they're like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and and it's fair enough.
I play Stardew Valley with we've played it a couple times, Emily, Leanna, and Argo, and let's just say it takes forever to get money in this game.
Oh, it really does. It really,
I'm just
really,
like,
really does.
Look, I've sold how many potatoes and I'm still poor.
Yeah.
So, and all I want is like a cute farm.
Yeah.
And it's taking me so long. I think if I played it more, I would obviously enjoy it more. Yeah. But Toast said
Slime Rancher is really good. Slime Rancher is another really good
Slime
one.
Rancher.
I don't know if you like that. But it's like this, you're like on this distant planet and you go around and collect slimes and you have to collect them and get like, they basically like poop out little like diamonds. It sounds bizarre, but it's very, very, very good. And that's another like cutesy collecting, upgrading, money kind of game. Like that's another really good one.
Right. Toast said, wait, where did it go? What one villager from the previous games would you bring into New Horizons, and why is it Champagne?
Have you seen Champagne? Hold
I
on.
think you were showing them yesterday, weren't you,
You're not
on your
ready for
stream?
this. Champagne is a dog from the previous games that's no longer in it. And like, I'm sorry, but it should be called Lemonade. It's not Champagne. It ain't Champagne. Let me try and find. Right, everyone. This is Champagne. Like, sorry.
Aww.
Why would they give him the name Champagne? No, but I really like
He's
the
a little too yellow. I don't know
He's
what.
a little too funky looking for my taste.
But cute.
But I really like Feline, like from the older games, who is from Monster Hunter, but she's like a cute little cat. I mean, Can we talk about her?
Okay, I don't need to see any more because I want her.
Yeah, exactly. But she's part of the. Oh, I think it's a he. It's from like a Monster Hunter, kind of like what they did with like Zelda, like those kind of villagers.
Love her.
Yeah, she looks like a she. We're gonna.
You know who I love the most though?
Oh no.
This villager exists already in New Horizons, and they would beat out Hazel for my favorite villager if they didn't have their helmet on.
Oh my gosh, is it a chicken?
No, Kid Cat.
Oh my gosh, Kid Cat without
the helmet. Oh my gosh, I have to find.
Give me. So cute.
Kid Cat without the helmet.
I love how chat's like, oh my god, I need her. I know, she's so cute. If you like the look of Feline, I think that's how you pronounce the name. But also, Meow is another cat villager that's kind of like a Tamagotchi looking cat.
Y'all.
Oh, absolutely sublime. Oh my gosh.
Stop.
Oh my gosh. Obviously, this is like modded, but how freaking cute.
If we could take off his helmet, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know, and I just want to say, whilst we're talking about like villagers having things taken off of them, everyone is sleeping on Graham. Please, everyone, get Graham on your island, right? And give him some different glasses. He's got the cutest little like pin eyes. Oh, Graham's the best.
He is? I've had him before. I didn't dislike him.
Well, that's good. Most people are like, ew, Graham.
No. Do you like Rodney? I love Rodney. So
Rodney's a tough one for me because one of my like mods and friends, Becca, like she loves Rodney, and it's kind of like because she loves Rodney, I kind of love Rodney, yeah. But like he looks like he lives in his like mum's basement, which is fine, but you know,
it's fine if you do that.
It's fine if you do that, woo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Okay, so to wrap it up.
Yeah.
E3 is happening. We may or may not have an update.
Want the worst, expect... No. Want the best, expect the worst.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
motto. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic.
Yes.
And yeah, that's all we can do. So, reminder. So, it sounds like you're going to be streaming over on Twitch.
Yes. I will.
So if you want to go hang out with Holly, she'll be streaming on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming over here, me and Sean Capri. So you guys will finally get to meet Sean Capri if you don't know already. He also streams on Twitch, but we're going to do it on here on YouTube. So you can get both of our reactions and yeah. So that's coming. That'll be Tuesday the 15th is when all of that is happening. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at 11:30. We're going to be decorating again on Bergonia, doing my autumn core, whatever it ends up being, island. When are you streaming next?
I am streaming Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay.
That's the next. So I think, 9 a.m. is PT Pacific time?
Pacific time, yes. So that's 11 a.m. my time.
Oh my gosh, that is like dead on 5 o'clock. I'm gonna have to be like, look, can I start work a bit earlier so I can like get myself sorted? But that's so I think so 5 o'clock BST. on Tuesday. I might not be all made up because I would have just finished work, but I think that's when I'll be streaming next. But yeah,
Okay.
and we've done like reacting to things before, and it's always like a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun, and I'm usually like a mess.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know.
Okay, well, thank you again for doing this with me and being here. It was so fun. Yeah, do not ask me about time zones because I do not want to get into it because someone ruined my life the other day talking about it.
Really?
It is so okay. I'll just small dive here into it. So I'm Central Time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys do or not, but we have daylight savings time.
Yeah, we have that.
Okay. Well, apparently, when we are observing daylight savings time, the little initials change from Central Standard Time, CST, to Central Daylight Time, CDT.
CDT.
I am 31 years old, Holly. I have never heard of that in my life. I knew we did daylight savings time.
Yeah.
I knew we did. But why?
Yeah.
Why do I have to change? But apparently, some people in Central Time decide not to observe daylight savings time, which you do you. But what? I'm so confused by it. It makes
we're like
no
GMT,
sense to me.
Yeah.
I just wish it wasn't a thing. I don't understand it anyway.
We do it for the farmers. I don't know if you guys do it for the farmers, but we do it so like, why do we do it? It's like so that I don't know, people get more sun or like the animals are happier. I honestly don't know what it is. But we have BST, which we're on right now, and then we have GMT.
You have two totally different letters.
See, think yourself lucky that yours follows the same thing. We get like GMT and then we get BST. Yeah.
I have never in my life
swear down
heard of this until literally like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Brittany decided to blow my mind. And now it's like all I can think about when I think about time zones. I'm just like, okay, what?
Yeah.
So there's that. If you didn't already know, yes, that's a thing. So we are right now in CDT, Central Daylight Time, until
we're in BST.
until fall when we fall back, and then we'll go back to Central Standard Time.
Hey.
So anyway, there's that little. We always want to give a little fact, a little
educational
little
bit.
education in our streams. But
and Argo, that's BTS, not BST. Who is this troll in the chat?
oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here and listening to us chat about Animal Crossing. We will all look forward to E3 and seeing what happens next. And yes.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys. So we're going to plan on doing this once a month. So the first Saturday of each month is kind of our plan, unless something gets in the way. Just so you guys know what to expect.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll see you guys next month then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.